Alright, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching the Asus World Cup 2018. We are at the semifinals. Commentating for you, I am Evrian, and I am joined by Doomstead.
Hello,
How are
hello.
you today?
Doing good, mate. You?
I'm doing just fine as well. Very stoked for this match. We have a very exciting matchup today coming up right about 2 minutes actually. So that's going to be between Taiwan and Russia.
Yeah. It's another losers bracket matchup. One of these two will be going home. Two massive teams, two really high seeds.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad to see them go, of course, whichever one, but it's before they go, they're gonna finish up with a bang. We don't know which one of these two teams will advance, so we have our best wishes to the players and hope for that they'll give us a very exciting match to behold.
Both teams had a pretty tough time in the match they had to play yesterday. Of course, with this being a losers bracket matchup, they do have to play 2 matches this weekend. They played one yesterday, both these teams. You can just see there, Taiwan being victorious over Hong Kong 7-3, and then Russia beating Norway 7-4.
Yeah, both matches were very exciting. I would say personally, I like the Russia versus Norway one. That's a lot closer. And but then again, the Russian players coming in here, they will want to make sure that their efforts that match didn't go to waste, because they will have to fend off Taiwan before they truly be safe for next to advance into next weekend, which is going to be them playing against how does bracket work?
I believe they faced the loser
Canada,
of the UK Canada match.
Right, yes, you're right. Yeah, so that's going to be 2 very strong teams coming down, whichever one. So something to look out for as well. And that's going to be the final match. Okay, pass in about 6 hours.
Yeah, actually 6 hours from now that match is.
Yeah. So
I should know. I'm gonna prepare for that.
Right, of course they're playing. I shouldn't have asked. So yeah. So guys, if you are wanting to finish off this weekend with a bang, be sure to have your alarm clock set for that. You don't want to miss it. Like, I know Asus World Cup weekends are very crazy. You screw up your sleep schedule to be able to catch the players in action. But trust me, it's gonna be worth it, because these two teams, be it the one Taiwan and Russia we have now, or Germany, UK and Canada, like these 2 matches are gonna be amazing. I can tell you that.
Oh man, I mean, I'll be honest, I want to try and make that UK match not so tense, but I mean, the way the tournament's going, I think that's wishful thinking, to be honest. Especially against Canada.
Well, I mean, you can go with whatever way you play, just play to your heart's extent and have fun, right? I mean, this is the biggest takeaway from this game is, after all, you know, please enjoy a game. And it seems like we're gonna have to restart the stream very quickly.
Back in a moment.
Right, so do not confuse them.
I do wonder how that will compare to how they played yesterday. Of course, both these teams have already had a rather long match on this pool particular. They play the same semifinals pool they played yesterday. So
Yeah,
they're already well familiar.
and because they played that, we actually have stats coming in from those matches. So that will help us better understand the players and predict what kind of strategic picks we'll do. For example, Taiwan came in pretty strong against Hong Kong. They banned the no-mod map, the Daisuke, everyone's favorite gimmicky low AR map for this pool.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Although technically, I just realized that we do have 2 other very spicy low AR maps too. So it could be just a personal preference. So I can't speak for everyone, of course. And meanwhile, the Russia against Norway, they banned the other, well, one of the other 2 spicy low AR maps. That's Sting, the Hidden.
It really, you can't avoid that low AR gimmick stuff in this pool. There is
year. So definitely, they have been helping their team quite a bit. So Russia will have to watch out for them. For the Russians, of course, we have the returning veterans who've been showing up tremendously throughout the weekends, and I'm looking forward to seeing their carrying performance. Kind of like battle between two eras when Taiwan is fairly of a new gen and Russia is more of a old roster.
Yeah, for sure. Like the Russia lineup, it's a lot of these names, they appear every year, like Fallen, Aiden, Akindatori has appeared a lot, Red Pixel, Talar. Have been in many years in the past, and they always do well, although they tend to fall off in the later stages, even though like, in community tournaments they are so impressive. But in the World Cup, when they reach the later stages, we know they have the ability. But every year it's like, will they do it? The last couple of years they haven't, but they can. They really can. Yeah, the Taiwan side have a lot of new names in, but they got a couple of old names as well. Names like Shield and Flask and Riser, GFMRT. Return.
We do have a new name, Zane, coming in this year. I don't think we've noted that, but Zane was, I believe he changed his flag sometime during 2016. Not play OWC until this.
Yeah, he did. I think I was chatting about this with Bubbleman. I think it was originally Belize, but
yeah, Belize. I was actually helping him translate something else to send into the staff, but I forgot which country he came from.
Actually, gotta say the new names from the Taiwanese side have definitely stepped up. Like, even though it's their first tournament, yeah, Zane has had some really excellent runs. Dazzlewind has had some really good runs as well in the tournament. So the new names stepping up, and sometimes that doesn't always happen. You know, it can be intimidating, but no, not for these new guys.
Yeah, I think this is Polygon from this from the music I just heard, but I'm not quite sure. Like, it's not Pericles for sure. It's Polygon.
I forget who mapped this version though. I recognize the background. I think I've played this one before. I think it's a long version as well, like the full song.
Yep. This is Russia's pick for warm up. I would say a very fun warm up song. Like, if you're not going for a spicy meme pick, going for something like this is always a good pick.
It looks like we're going to be restarting again real quick. Back in a moment, guys. Okay, and we are back. Apologies for that. We're just getting the chat fixed and the stuff fixed for you there, just during the warm-up. But all you missed there was the warm-up. They played Polygon. And
Polygon was...
actually, which is interesting, on that map.
Yep. It was one of the songs for last year's final map pool. And speaking of final map pools, we do have the map pool showcase later on today after the Canada and Great Britain's match. So be sure to tune in for that if you're curious about what kind of maps the players are going to be playing next weekend. And unlike previous years, we will once again remind everyone that we have a grand finals map pool this year. So there's a weekend after that which the two grand finalists will play, and that's going to be a whole different map pool. So they aren't going to be bored out of their minds playing the same map pool twice for 2 weekends. I mean, can you even imagine that, Doomsday? Like, how boring is that?
Well, make me play the same map pool 3 times. Well, who does that? Actually, to be fair, actually, I wonder how ridiculous the map pools are going to go, considering there's 2 more pools to go. Well, anyways, they're going through the picks and bans real quick. The rolls came through. Russia won the roll, so Taiwan bans first. Top roll of 20, by the way. Channeling the UK rolls there.
And it seems like we have the bans coming in for Story, the AR 10.3